We have a special series for you this week, Kamala, Heir Apparent. So much attention is on the failings of Joe Biden. Sometimes we lose sight that Kamala Harris is just one heartbeat away from the Oval Office. Scary thought. Her failings as border czar, her inability to answer simple questions, is this who the Democrats think will help lead them to victory? Today, we look at her job as so-called border czar. As illegals pour over the border, caravans of migrants are popping up across Central America headed here. Why has she failed so miserably at the job? Joining me now is Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Governor, thank you for joining us. And it really is a border crisis, an emergency. I was just watching today, there are more and more caravans headed your way. Sir, tell us the state of the border as you see it.
So I'll tell you two things. First of all, the state of the border is chaos because of the policies implemented by the Kamala Harris and Biden administration. Remember, it was just over a year ago when we had the lowest number of border crossings ever because of the policies that were put into place by President Trump. He did four very simple things. One, he imposed the Remain in Mexico policy, then the Title 42 policy. He ended catch and release, and he built the wall. Those four things led to the lowest border crossings in decades. All that Biden and Kamala Harris had to do was to leave those policies in place. But in addition to removing each of those four policies, they also have implemented these complete open border policies. And that's why this past year, under the Biden administration and the Kamala Harris administration, we've seen the largest number of people coming across the border illegally under any presidency that I know of. And it is leading to these caravans. But Texas is stepping up and responding and doing the federal government's job. What we've done, Texas taxpayers are coming out of our state's pocket by $3 billion to do the federal government's job. That includes spending money to deploy 10,000 National Guard troops, as well as Texas Department of Public Safety officers to the border to make the arrest, not just of the smugglers, the human traffickers, and the drug dealers and cartel members, but also for Texas to arrest illegal immigrants who are trespassing in the state of Texas, and we are arresting them and putting them in jail. And, Eric, very importantly, Texas is now building our own border wall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We know all about that. And it matters to the rest of the country. It matters. Absolutely love what you're doing in Texas. It matters to the rest of the country because we're seeing flights show up in the middle of the night in various cities around the country, in Florida, in Pennsylvania, all around. Sir, just take a listen, because this really eats me. When Kamala Harris was interviewed by Lester Holt saying that she'd been to the border, take a listen.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point.
So, sir, again, we're going to the border. We've been to the border. Holt says you've not been to the border. She said, well, I haven't been to Europe either. What the hell was that, sir? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because she hadn't been. Has she been to the border? Has she contacted you, the most important person in Texas, to talk about it?
So Kamala Harris has never contacted me. President Biden has never contacted me about the border. As you pointed out, the border is one of the most consequential issues in the United States of America. It affects all Americans. Kamala Harris took one trip that I know of to El Paso. However, for one, she did not go to the border itself. She went to a building miles away from the border. But on top of that, El Paso is not the region where you are seeing these people coming across the border every single day. It's not the area where the drug cartels are making their money off of trafficking people across the border. So, and she has not talked to the farmers and ranchers who have had their ranches invaded and ripped apart by the people coming across the border. She did not talk to a single person who's been harmed or damaged in any way, of which there are thousands upon thousands in the state of Texas alone. And she has talked nothing and done nothing about the bringing in of fentanyl or addressing the horrific crime of human trafficking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She, as you point out, she went to El Paso, but what she did was she did in El Paso because she was on her way to California, spent about an hour in El Paso, Texas. That was insane. Governor Abbott, thank you for what you're doing. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Eric.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.